Hi, hello. I have a question for you. Are you working as hard as you can because you wish success, you enjoy what you're doing, you're enjoying the process of the hard work, or are you working as hard as you can to avoid yourself? Let's talk about it. So, this is a question I had to ask myself very recently because my brain is blank. It has been so empty recently, which is a beautiful thing because it feels like I'm constantly in a state of like deep meditation all the time. Like I'm just viciously calm. The problem is that I'm also viciously busy. I haven't had a lot of downtime over the past couple of weeks because my schedule is like wake up at 6 a.m., either go for a run for a few hours or study for a few hours before work, go to work, come home, study some more, go back to work, come home, fall asleep. And this has been the schedule. And there hasn't been a lot of time for relaxation. There's been no time for hobbies or downtime. Maybe I'll get in one episode of a television show before I crash at nighttime, but that's about it. And then I had Labor Day off, which was a surprising day off where it's almost like it was so quiet that every single thought I had been avoiding creeped in. I was so still that every single thing I had been avoiding about myself and my life and everything just came creeping in. And I just absolutely broke down because there was finally silence to feel everything I had been avoiding. And the thing is that when you work and work and work and work and you're constantly busy and constantly doing stuff, your brain is so distracted that it doesn't actually have time to connect to what it actually wants to feel. And it was so overwhelming, every single feeling that came up. It was like, are you on the right path, Bailey? Should we be doing this? What are your actual dreams? What are you actually passionate about? Are we giving up on our artistic endeavors? Like, do you feel like you're still an artist in some way? All of these different questions that I'd never even thought were there bubbled up to the surface. And it made me think, am I working as hard as I am towards the things that I am? Like, am I running and exercising intensely and studying for a very difficult degree and thing? Why am I doing this? Is it because I enjoy the process and I'm loving what I'm doing? Or is it because I'm trying to avoid myself and pieces of myself that only come up when I sit in stillness? Basically, am I trying to keep myself busy? Or am I working towards something that I enjoy? And after a lot of talk, a lot of journaling, a lot of sitting with myself, I know that what I'm working towards is things that I love. But the problem is that I'm working towards them so intensely that I am becoming out of touch with myself. And this is where this YouTube channel is a very, very important thing for me. Because every time I sit down to do these talks, they're not scripted. I might have bullet points on my computer or research on my computer on a certain topic, but these are all just off the dome, completely just saying how I'm feeling in the moment or a lesson I'm learning or whatever I'm thinking about. But if my brain is blank, if I'm disconnected from myself, I can't say anything. I can't. I can only do these videos, I can only do these talks when I'm connected with myself. And I think that a lot of us walk around all the time thinking, oh yeah, my head's blank. Oh yeah, my brain isn't full of all these racing, wandering thoughts. So it means that I'm doing fine. It means that there's nothing wrong going within me. It means that I don't need a mindfulness practice. My mind is fine. When really we're all just overworking and falling prey to hustle culture, and we just never have a moment off because most of us have two jobs just to stay afloat. Most of us have to constantly be working at our job, but then also we have to come home and work on our passion project in order to keep our soul alive, or we have kids, or we have so much going on in our lives that it's like we never get a chance to breathe. I think human existence is so cluttered with so much stuff that we have to do that there's no moment of just sitting down and relaxing for a moment. And if we do, it's like on a holiday. Like for me, it was Labor Day. It was just this one day that I had off that I was allowed to actually relax. And it was emotionally exhausting to relax because I could finally feel everything I'd been avoiding. So I think you and me both need to incorporate a lot more mindfulness practices into our day. And I know you don't want me to say meditation. I know you guys don't want me to say journaling, because those are borderline buzzwords nowadays where everyone's like, oh yeah, you should journal, you should meditate, you should, do these things. And I do believe in those things. I do those things. But I think when our lives are so busy, how do we stay mindful throughout the day without losing our head? Because we don't have time. I don't have time at work to just like sit down and be like, hey guys, I need everyone to just leave me alone for like 10 minutes. I need to journal. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. And when I come home, it's like I barely have time to sit down and have like a 5-10 minute meditation because I have shit to do. I can't. So we need 1 minute mindfulness practices or 1 minute things or even 30-second things that will bring us back to the present moment. And there's multiple ways to do this. Number one, remember that you will die. I know that's the weirdest thing in the world, but every time when I'm walking around and I'm like busy, 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 and I'm just like doing a million things, I'm always like, remember you will die one day, Bailey. And it brings you, I swear to God, it brings you back to the present moment like that. I don't know. That's just a me thing. Maybe that's a little bit crazy, but that's what I think of. Number two, I make a phrase at the beginning of the day that I have to repeat to myself over and over and over throughout the day. It can be as simple as I am calm. It can be as simple as you're not going to cry today, Bailey, or whatever it is. I set like an intention. I don't know if it's an intention or it's just like a reminder or whatever it is, but I'll repeat something. You have to give yourself a reminder at the beginning of the day. So normally that reminder is like, I am happy, I am calm, and then I have to repeat that to myself throughout the day. And every time that I'm like stressing or I'm running around or doing something, I have to just say, I am calm, I am peaceful, or I have to say, don't cry today, Bailey, it's going to be okay. And I feel like that also brings me back, keeps me grounded. Another thing I do is I'll simply just take one big deep breath. One big deep breath. I'm not doing breathing exercises. I'm not doing dragon's breath and box breathing in the Fred Meyers when I'm running errands. I'm taking one big long deep breath. You stand there and you're done. That was less than 30 seconds and it brings you back. I feel like another thing that's really important to do is I don't know if this is helpful or not. Maybe it would be for some people, but sometimes I'll put just a dash of lavender like right on my wrist and I'll just sniff it occasionally. And it really grounds me as well because lavender is a very calming thing. I don't know if that one's helpful for anyone, but I don't know. These are just a whole bunch of busy man's grounding exercises. But what I really wanted to say, and the point I really wanted to get to in this video is sometimes if your mind is blank and you're really busy, it's not because you're calm, it's because you're overstimulated. And your brain is so beyond the point of stress that it no longer can form a thought. Like for me right now, it's like 7:30 in the morning and I woke up at 6 a.m. I've been studying and now I'm about to go to the gym. And I wasn't going to sit down and do this video until I realized like, hey, Bailey, you need to sit with yourself for just a moment and just feel. Just exist. Don't do anything. Don't worry about anything. Don't hustle to the gym just so you can get 10 extra minutes in on the bike or whatever it is that I'm going to do there. You need to just fucking sit and remember that you are alive. Just be grateful for this present moment. Just be here right now for just a second. Nothing else is happening. 10 minutes, the world's not going to fall apart if you just sit still. And I think that is an important reminder that all of us who are hustlers, who are highly motivated, who don't know how to take a day off without feeling incredibly tense, need to remember. Because like whenever I get bored, I get so restless that I like start a new crazy project just so I don't have to feel boredom. Or I will start, I don't know, learning a brand new subject because I can't sit in the absence of everything. And that's a problem because you need to learn how to just sit with yourself because you can't feel your emotions. You can't hear your thoughts. You can't hear your soul speak. You can't hear anything if you're constantly moving. I understand that we're sharks, people. I understand that you and me both, we are highly motivated. We really want what we want in this life, and we are willing to do anything to get it. Are you willing to sit with yourself? Are you willing to let silence exist near you? Are you willing to let your brain fully break down emotionally so that you can feel everything you've been avoiding? I wanted to remind you of that because I'm 99% sure a lot of you out there don't know how to sit in a room alone with yourself. And I'm almost certain that it's causing at least 50% of your problems. Your inability to sit alone with yourself. Have a good day, folks.